Hi everybody, we're at the home of Crybaby Performance where we try and they cry. Today we're going to talk about Stagger. I don't think we've covered this one before, but all race cars have Stagger. What Stagger is basically a smaller size tire on one side, a bigger size tire on another, and then when it rolls, the car turns automatically by itself. So that's the concept behind Stagger. So right here we have two tires. One's a right rear, it's bigger. Left rear is smaller. So I've already measured them, but you can take a Stagger tape, you can put it, wrap it around, and this one measures 30 3/4. So basically we take 30 3/4 minus 34 1/8, and we come up with 3 3/8 Stagger. So that's how we do it. There's also a chart right here that we can use. This chart right here, this will be your right tire circumference, this will be your left tire. So if you desire, say you have a tire this one's 34 1/8, right there, and you want 3 1/2 worth of Stagger, you go to the 3 1/2, and it tells you need 30 5/8 on the left side. Now, this tire is kind of small, so the most you're ever going to get out of it is about 3 5/8. The normal right rear tire is about 34 1/2. So right here in this chart, you can go pretty much as high as 4 and as low as 2 1/8. But we generally ran in the area of 3 5/8 to 3 1/4, right in this area right here. So let's talk about that for a second. What Stagger do you want on your car? Let's talk about the front tires first. We got a 33-inch front tire, and we got a 31-inch on the left front. That would be 2 inches of Stagger. Now, if we went to a 32-inch tire on the left side, we would have 1 inch of Stagger in the front. The golden rule of Stagger in the front that we've always set the car up is 1 1/2 to 2 inches of front Stagger. Then the rear, let's go to the rear. That's a whole nother ball game. The rear tire is usually 34 1/2, and then we can adjust with the left tire. You never adjust with the right side tire, you always adjust with the left side tire. So really you want all your right side tires to come out about 34 1/2, so then you can start adjusting with the left tire. Now how you adjust with that left tire is, it gets a little complicated, but there's 3 different rim sizes: 5-inch rim, 5 1/2, and 6-inch. So if you take this 31-inch tire and you put it on all 3 of those rims, it will come out a different size. Now how can I tell you what size it is? I don't really know, because it can vary pretty much. It looks like 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch every time you mount the tire. So you might be shooting, I have these all recorded over here because those are all the tires I've mounted over the years, and then I've interpolated the data to find out what size it's going to come out. So basically, a left rear on a 5-inch rim, 31-inch tire, RD40 is going to come out at 31 1/8 every single time. So you guys got to start recording every tire that you mount so that you can get the right Stagger on your car. So that's how you control the Stagger, only from the left side, not from the right side. So let's talk about high and low Stagger. On a basically a flat track, you want more Stagger, 3 1/2, 4 inches. Like Waterford, we always ran 3 1/2. But then if you're going to a ratchet or an open hub on the left side, you'd start to lower that Stagger to 3 1/8, 3 1/4. Okay, now say you're going to Kalamazoo, and that's a super banked track, or Indy, you would be wanting to run less Stagger because the track's banked and it's turning for you. So that gives you a little bit of ideas on the Stagger. Our Stagger, we always ran from 2 7/8 to about 3 1/2, 3 5/8. So that would get us the correct turn. Now, you can have too much Stagger in your car or not enough Stagger. When you watch your son or daughter driving a car, if they're turning the wheel too much one way or another, you can control the amount they're turning that wheel with the Stagger. If you mathematically figure out the circle of the racetrack, the Stagger of the car, you could get that car if you studied it long enough, to go absolutely perfect in a circle with just stagger alone. So that's why stagger is so important on these cars. I think I covered all the bases of stagger. That's the quick of it. So hopefully you liked our video. Give us a thumbs up at the home of Crybaby Performance, where we try and they cry.